let me recap you guys what happened on yesterday's video. I got the keys to my P.O. box, so you guys can actually send me mail, finally, fan mail, whatever you want. In the description is the address. Be sure to send anything you want. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're doing something new called NBA Confessions. Now, this is not a place where I'm going to have NBA players come on and tell their deepest and darkest secrets, but rather, it's a game. So here we are on Instagram. The Instagram page that we're going to be using, the name is NBA Confessions. Now, the way this is actually going to work, we're going to see a picture with somebody submitted with their NBA confession. So a lot of these are like unpopular opinions, and it's a way for fans to say something anonymously and get it to see to 35,000 people. And now we're showing it to 100,000 people. So it'll be a lot of fun. Kind of hard to explain, but let's get into the first one and we'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so the first one is the 2016 NBA draft class is Buzzfield. Now, the way we're going to be doing this, I'm going to be saying whether I agree and disagree, and you guys can play alongside in the comment section below. So do I think the 2016 NBA draft class is filled with bust? I guess so. I mean, it's the way you define bust. I think the 2016 NBA draft class was a weak one for sure. Going into it, I knew this, and that's why I was so afraid that the Bulls are going to make that trade to pick up Chris Dunn. Now, I do think Chris Dunn is going to have a solid career, but if they're going to trade Jimmy, I'd rather them trade for this upcoming draft class that has a lot more potential. But if we take a look at this draft class, Ben Simmons yet to play. Hopefully, he comes back sometime this season. Brandon Ingram is having an okay season. Jaylen Brown, okay season. There's no, like, a lot of draft classes, at least in the past, have had like at least 1 or 2 breakout stars. Their rookie season, you just see it. You're like, dang, that guy's going to be great. And not a lot of these guys have shown that. You get flashes from Brandon Ingram before he got injured. You get flashes from Buddy Hield. You get flashes from Jamal Murray. But a lot of the rest of this draft class is pretty eh. And I'm thinking about it, comparing it to the last year's draft class. Already, Karl Towns dominant. D'Angelo Russell has potential. Jahlil Okafor, he's teetering. Porzingis, dominant. Mario Hezonja, not so much. So even in this draft class, out of the top 5 players, 4 of them have a lot of potential. Even Jahlil Okafor has a lot of potential. He's just not really living up to it. But even like Miles Turner, crazy. Devin Booker, crazy. Compared to other draft classes, I do think the 2016 draft class was a weak one. Let's just say it like that. LeBron James will win his 5th MVP and 4th ring this season. Do I agree or disagree? I'm going to disagree. I'm disagreeing solely off the first half of this. LeBron will win his 5th MVP. I do not see it happening. I do not see it happening, especially since the recent slump that they've been through. I don't know why I'm doing that. The recent slump that they've been through. Possibly a ring, without a doubt. You can never doubt LeBron when it comes to championships. So he may get his 4th ring, but nah, I don't think he's winning MVP this season. I'm going to say it's either Russell or Harden, but not LBJ. Russell Westbrook will have the best individual season among the NBA, but he won't win MVP because OKC won't finish top 3 in the West. I agree. I've said this from the beginning of the season. You can check the tweets, man. James Harden will win MVP this season. That was my prediction before the season even started, and I'm still living up to it. And the main reason for this, again, is mentioned right here, is that Russell Westbrook won't finish top 3. If we look at the NBA standards at this moment, they've been playing pretty solid, and the Houston Rockets have kind of cooled off a little bit. But even the Houston Rockets are still number 3. And then Russell Westbrook is sitting at 7th right now. So there's only been one time in history where somebody that wasn't a top 3 seed has won a championship. And I think that was like Moses Malone back in the day. I may be wrong with that, but somebody like that. And I don't see it happening again. Even though the dude's averaging a triple-double, I think you got to give it to the guy that's helping his team win more games, which is, it's crazy. This NBA season has just been great. A lot of candidates for this award for sure. The NBA should retire number 23 once LeBron retires. And of course, this has to do with MJ and LBJ. Do I agree or disagree? Oh man, that's tough. Because there have been so many great players amongst every sport. We're talking about baseball, basketball, football, hockey. And if you think about it, every great player to ever play these games, only 2 of them have had their numbers retired across the league. The first one being Jackie Robinson, his number 42, and the second one being Wayne Gretzky. I think he wore the number 99. I'm not big into hockey, so that could be wrong. Those are the only 2 guys that I can think of off the top of my head to have their numbers retired amongst every team. I don't think this will happen, but I think it's a cool idea considering how much MJ did for the game, how many people love the game of basketball because of MJ. A lot of current players, even like LeBron, he says like the reason I love basketball is because of MJ. And on the reverse side, once LeBron retires, I'm sure there's going to be so many players in the future that says LeBron was my favorite player and he's the reason what I am today. So these two guys have done so much for the league, but do I think this is actually going to happen? I don't think so, but it's a pretty cool idea. Isaiah Thomas is a top 10 point guard in the league. Without a doubt, I agree. Without a doubt. I'm not even going to think twice about it. Let me think. Ranking NBA point guards. Let's see what they have them, because they do like a ranking system every season. Boom. This is before the season started, October 18th. So they got Stephen Curry number 1, Russell Westbrook number 2, Chris Paul number 3, Irvin 4, John Wall 5, Damian Lillard 6, Isaiah Thomas, boom, 7. They even got him over Kyle Lowry. And I think that's a great spot for him. You may put him higher than Damian Lillard, considering the Isaiah Thomas team is actually winning and Damian Lillard's team is not so much. But definitely top 10, possibly even top 5. Kyle Lowry is overrated. He is very inconsistent. False. So false. The man is a monster. He's honestly one of the more consistent players in the league. I mean, let's look up some numbers. So here's Kyle Lowry's numbers on this season. He's 30 years old and having a career year. 23 points per game. Averaging the most minutes of his career, but not by that much. He's averaging 23, as I mentioned. Also putting up 7 assists, which is close to his career high. And his effective field goal percentage is a 57%. Inconsistent, I think not. The guy's great, and his team is doing really good. So I don't think you can say he's inconsistent at all. The Utah Jazz will have at least 4 All-Stars on their team next year. I'm going to disagree, but I do think Rudy Gobert was snubbed of his first All-Star game this season. I swear I had him in my picks. I thought he was going to do it. I do see him as like Defensive Player of the Year, so I thought maybe he could sneak in over DeAndre Jordan, but not so much. 3 is a stretch, though, because, of course, they got Gordon Hayward, who's an All-Star this year. As I mentioned, Rudy Gobert. George Hill, I don't even know if he's going to re-sign, because, this is the last year of his contract. And I don't see Rodney Hood making it that far. I don't see Derek Favors making it that far. So I'm going to go with 2. Definitely not 4, though. Stephen Curry will leave the Warriors in the offseason. We're going to end on this one, guys. I disagree 100%. It's possible. I didn't even think Kevin Durant was going to leave, so you see how that goes. But I don't think he's going to leave the Warriors. And the reason I say this is because he's not one of those ego players, man. The first half of the season, he wasn't even looking for his own shot. He was more trying to get KD into the new offense. And recently, he's been, the offense has been run through Stephen Curry. I don't see him going somewhere else. I don't see why he would. He's got 4 All-Stars on this team. Those are rings. Possibly rings after ring after ring. So if he wants to be up there, he wants to get all the jewelry, I don't see why he would leave the Warriors. And him not being like, this is my team, he should be fine in Oakland. I don't even know if it's going to be in Oakland for much longer, but he should be fine in the Oracle. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like. I try to bring something new every single day, man, so you guys never get bored of the NBA videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been the King of the Fourth Quarter. Let's try to hit 2,000 likes. That will be just marvelous. Marvelous. And I'm out. Thanks so much for watching.
You better breathe, nigga. No time to panic, just open the safe. I got the cannon and blowing away. It's been a real long time since I got these figures. I treat you like you should put one to the face. Cause some of the profits won't give me a weight. And I wanna waste. Damn, murderer. Triple a murderer. Get back load to reload the burner cuz I don't know or you will learn from us.